Alright guys, and welcome back to CSL March Madness. We are in our second match of the night between University of Western Ontario and UT Austin. Spawning here in the bottom right position is going to be our red Protoss player. Playing for UT Austin, it is Hello Kitty. And spawning over here in the bottom left as the green Zerg player, it is going to be a Stogie. Looks like he's on Quantic.
Yeah, Quantic Ostogy. He's actually been a huge player on the scene for quite some time. Over the last 2 years, he's been in and out of the top 16 Grandmaster North America. He's just held a very solid ladder rank for such a long time. And Hello Kitty, his opponent, he's also a high-level Grandmaster player right now, I believe.
Yeah, no, so both these guys are going to be pretty solid. Once again, shout out to our sponsors, NCIX, MSI, and Raid Call. Get in there and take our stuff. We have laptops, monitors, gift cards, just giving all of it out, man.
Yes, we are. We're being very generous. The sweepstakes on our website, also check that out. And if any of you guys are interested in planning any intramural events at your school, please jump in Raid Call and contact us. Let us know about that. Because we're actually looking to feature a lot of the intramural stuff and see if we can give support to people who are trying to run intramural events. So if you're planning on anything like that, please give us hit us up.
Oh, that's a really good point. You know, WPI, a school here in Mass, just ran a intramural league, and we helped them out with the streaming. I actually ended up casting it, and it was really cool. We did it live, and we actually used Game Heart. Which has obviously been seen in the GSTL and things like that. So guys, even if you haven't thought about playing an intramural league at your school, but you want to, you want to see more local events, contact us and we can help you get started on that. We can give you some resources to sort of put things together. The one this weekend was a success. It was a lot of fun. Everybody in the school had a great time. So definitely, we highly encourage you to do that. Looking at this game real quick, Matt, it looks pretty basic right now. PVZ here on Newkirk. So, of course, long ground distance rush, but close by air. And we see Hello Kitty just sort of starting things up, actually getting a gateway first and then a forge. So it looks like he feels very comfortable here, kind of delaying that cannon a bit.
Yeah, he feels great. There's no reason to rush that cannon into production. The gateway is perfectly safe. He's got a huge rush distance up against Ostogy, and Ostogy actually is going to be throwing down a third hatchery. So he's also looking to get very macro-oriented, and Hello Kitty's going to scout that immediately.
Yeah, just a little story time. Back in last season, I actually had to play Ostogy, and I sort of had the same, obviously I'm nowhere near as good as Hello Kitty, but I sort of had the same mentality that, if I have any chance of beating him, I should kind of be greedy in the beginning, sort of delay my cannon, go Nexus first, try and get as much of an advantage as I can. And Stogie kind of went for, I think it was a 13 pool, and just sort of ran in with 4 Zerglings and did that routine where you sort of run around with 4 Zerglings for about 5 minutes. And at that point, my morale was just down in the bucket. So Stogie definitely not a player shy to do that, but in this case, going to be playing completely macro intensive.
Yeah, that's too bad when you have those, Zerglings and they're harassing you for the longest time and there's just nothing you can do about it.
There's just nothing you can do, man. It's just like you feel like, Benny Hill just kind of running around and trying to catch those Zerglings, but it's just never going to happen.
Yeah, you lose a probe here, you lose a probe there, and, all of a sudden you feel like you're out of the game. It's too bad.
Yeah, that's pretty much. I was out of the game before it even started, really. I wasn't really fooling myself, but I still wanted to at least, build a few units. But we do see a Twilight Council actually coming down for Hello Kitty pretty quickly. So this could be a number of things. Hello Kitty, definitely a player not shy of all-ins. We saw him in the ace match of last week, covering this same qualifier, going 4-gate Oracle in his ace match against a Terran player and absolutely crushing with it. It was almost mean. I almost felt bad for the Terran player just because it was just such strong execution. But no, it is going to be a DT Shrine. So a nice Dark Templar opener, of course, in Heart of the Swarm, guys. DT opener, it's like, why wouldn't you do it? It's just so good.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I was looking at that Twilight Council and I was just like, that's a curious Twilight Council. And then, I look at it for a little bit longer, look at his gas, and I'm just like, wait, that's a suspicious Twilight Council. And then the Dark Shrine goes down, and you know what's going on.
Yeah, at that point, not so suspicious anymore. Pretty clear what he's up to. Getting that pylon down, and Estoji not being overly active here with his scouting. This is the thing that separates a lot of Zerg players, and I know that Estoji's a top-notch player, but right now getting a little bit lazy with his Ling scouting, not going to be able to catch that pylon, and that's going to be a huge factor in how quick these DTs hit.
And there's certainly no way Ostogy is going to see this Dark Shrine because the nearest Overlord is eons away, and these Dark Templar are about to warp in within about 5 seconds. And Ostogy, he really doesn't have anything at his third base. His lair is just on the way, so he can't build Overseers yet.
Oh my god. This
does
is
have
like
the Evolution Chamber, but
this is not conservative DTs here. Look at this. It is 4 Dark Templar. That is just so many right off the bat. That pylon was able to stay up. And look at this. No Spore Crawler. No nothing over here at the third base for Estoji. Here comes Hello Kitty into the natural, and it looks like there is just nothingness here. The lair is not even finished right now. Estoji is just in dire straits right now.
This is going to be wicked effective. There's no Overseers on the way. There's no Spore Crawlers on the way. At the same time, Ostoji is counterattacking across the map, trying to keep Hello Kitty busy, taking out that third. But one DT warped in at home is enough to deal with that counterattack, and Hello Kitty is looking pretty sick going into the mid-game.
Wow, Estoji actually making a very tough decision there and canceling speed for his Zerglings. I'm not sure if that was intentional or if he really just wanted to make sure he had enough gas to get Overseers. And I'm guessing you would not want to cancel speed unless you absolutely felt like you had to. So Estoji losing another Queen, actually. He's just struggling to deal with all of these Dark Templar. That third base did go down. I mean, Hello Kitty sending 3 more Dark Templar across the map and able to establish this third base. He is just in such a good position right now.
Yeah, Ostoji, he does have that macro hatchery thrown down in his natural, which is very convenient, seeing as his natural hatchery almost died. It's in the red right now, and he did lose that third, so right now he's behind by about 6 workers to Hello Kitty, and Hello Kitty looking to press his advantage. He's solidifying this third base with a nice little wall here with some gateways and some cannons, and he's got these DTs just hanging around across the map. They're actually going to go into the natural, and I think they're going to wreak a little bit more havoc.
Yeah, Estoji just in such a tough spot right now. He really wants to get some damage done, but with this nice defensive position, look at this nice little Sim City going on over here. He's got some gateways, got some cannons, and of course he has that Photon Overcharge. Just in a good spot. DT's now trying to take out that hatchery. Wasn't able to get it done, but now somehow they snuck into the main base. Estoji now dipping down below Hello Kitty's supply here. And I don't know, man. It's getting to that scary point of no return, I feel like.
Yeah, DTs, they finally get cleaned up in the main, but right now Ostoji, he's just, he's not looking so hot. He has the Roaches out on the field. But if you look at Hello Kitty's presence, he has, the Mothership Core, plenty of Sentries and Stalkers, and his income and production is just radical. He has 3 gateways coming down. That's going to put him at a total of, if I can count this right, 9 gateways at the 12-15 mark, 12-20 mark. So this is a ridiculous amount of production we're going to have from Hello Kitty, and I think he may be able to just brute force Ostoji out of the game from here.
Honestly, I just really appreciate that you said the word radical. And
thank you.
Speaking of radical, man, he's making a Nidus network, so Estoji recognizing just how bad of a situation it is right now. Gonna try and circumvent that well-fortified third base, and here comes that Nidus Worm. And Hello Kitty's gonna be able to see it with that pylon. He's not reacting to it yet. He still hasn't really seen it, or if he has, he hasn't done anything about it. It looks like it will finish. And there it goes. Hello Kitty hears the sound, and you know what? Roaches are just in the base, man.
And that Warpin is just going to get spawn killed. The DT, that was a nice touch, but there's an Overseer there too, so it's not going to do much. And these Roaches, looks like they're going to have to pull back into the Nidus to defend that natural. And Hello Kitty just, he's going to pull everything back with the Mothership Core and defend the main with that, pullback with the Mothership Core. And Ostoji's going to have to get back in that Nidus and get out of there.
Yeah,
Or it looks like
actually,
he's going to commit. What?
yeah, he committed a few extra roaches there than he needed to, and actually even more roaches. I mean, he really had no chance. I'm not sure what, and I think he just knew it was the end of the game. GG, and Stoji actually ends up getting taken out by Hello Kitty. Not actually shocking based off of just how strong we've seen Hello Kitty play. In this case, Stoji wasn't able to scout what was going on, wasn't able to catch that pylon, and those Dark Templars just did way too much damage.
Yeah, Ostagy with a great solid record in the CSL, lengthy record at that. But Hello Kitty, he's high level GM, and when you have two of those people in the same room, it's really anyone's game. And in the case of the CSL, it's really who prepared better for this match, and who looked at the others' replays, who went through the matches, and it looks like the answer is Hello Kitty for this game. Gonna give a shout out to MSI Raid Call. Please jump in, hang out with us. And of course, our friends at NCIX. We're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we will be right back with Game 2 of Western Ontario versus UT Austin. We'll see you then, guys.